Hey everyone, it's Jen from You So Much, and I'm here today with another Fanta review. And I'm super excited about this. As always, I feel like I say that every time because I do get excited about all the things that I review because they're really cool things that I'm excited to bring to you guys and tell you about, and this one is no exception. So what I did is I ordered this really cool boxed set from Amazon, and it's basically a body brush set, and it has 4 different pieces in it, and it's really cool, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But let me just first tell you one of the reasons why I got into body brushing. So if you've never heard of body brushing, that's okay. I actually heard about it first time ever when I read a book called Radical Beauty. It's by Deepak Chopra, and I believe it's Kimberly, hopefully I have that right, Kimberly Snyder, who's a fitness gal. And I'll put the link to that below. So this book is all about natural beauty and how to kind of really enhance your beauty in all these awesome ways. And a lot of it has to do with self-care, right? But they also talk about all these different natural alternatives to things like, use vinegar, baking soda to brush your teeth, and, massage your muscles to increase the blood circulation and lymphatic system, and, all these different really great suggestions on how to really take beauty to the next level. So I highly suggest the book. It's really awesome, and it's really long. So there's some really great tips in there, just all kinds of stuff. And so anyway, one of the things that they talked about doing is they talked a lot about using a body brush and doing it, like, obviously it's a dry brush. So you do it when your body's dry, and it helps exfoliate your skin, and it also helps increase the circulation. And in the book, they suggested highly that you do it dry before you get into a bath, and then you get into a bath that has oil in it. So that's when I started doing the oil in my bath, which I talked about in my last Fanta review. Highly suggest you see that too. I'll put that link in the description below as well. So that's when I started doing the body brushing. Now, one thing I will say though is I didn't have any idea. I didn't really look up how to body brush. I didn't get any techniques or whatever. I just started doing it, and I did it probably about once a week before I would take a bath. You can probably do it more often. You can do it before you get into a shower. You can do it just before, when you get out of a shower and you're completely dry. You can do a dry brush and then put oil on your body, so that way the oil's on your body after you've already done the dry brushing. One thing about taking a bath is that the oil soaks in your skin while you're in the bath, and if you take a shower, you might actually wash that off. So that's why I would suggest, if you're taking a shower, do the body brushing when you're out of the shower, and then make sure your skin is dry though, because it is a dry brush. So anyway, long story short, I had tried this brush and I've been using it for about a year now. And it's really good for you, and I've definitely loved it and felt like my skin tone improved, and I felt like the moisture really sunk in my skin. It's just really good exfoliation. It's a really great way to go rather than buying a lot of expensive sort of exfoliating scrubs and stuff. So I still use those too because I love them. I feel like they kind of pamper me, but the dry brush is a really great way to go. But when I saw this set online, I was super excited to order it because there's 4 pieces to the set. So like I said, this is what the box looks like. When you open it up, you can see this is what's inside. And what I really loved right away that my brush did not have is it actually detached from the handle. So that was really cool, because one of the things they suggest you do is you just use this handle wherever you can, and then you just use the actual long handle for your back and other places that you can't reach. So most places you can reach without that long handle, and it makes it so much easier than trying to use a handle to get to all these different areas and leverage around your body, whereas it's just so much simpler just to use this with your hand. So I loved that, first of all. Second of all, what I really dug about this is that the brush bristles are made of natural boar hair, and so they are a little bit softer than the one that I had. Now, the one I had was a natural brush too. I got it from a spa. It was really great quality, all that stuff, but this one's it takes it up one more notch because the bristles just definitely felt just a little bit softer, and I love how this just goes on and comes off. It's fantastic. So the other thing I really loved about it is that it came with this little pamphlet that talks about how to dry brush yourself, because like I said, I'd never really looked it up. And this is really great because it shows you with a little diagram on here where you should be brushing and how you should be brushing and in what direction you should be brushing, which totally is helpful because I just kind of did it randomly all over my body, just thinking it was sort of like an exfoliating thing. And they suggest that you should do it towards the heart. So you stroke your body towards your heart. So obviously if it's your legs and your stomach, you're doing it towards your heart. And if it's up here, you're doing it towards your heart. Again, it's down here and it's up with the rest of your body, which makes sense. You're trying to improve your circulation and get it going. And so you brush towards your heart, like I said. So I really love that it had that suggestion and told you how to do it. And then the other thing about this set is it comes with a little face brush, and I've never used a face dry brush before. So I've used it now a few times. I've had this set for about a week now, by the way. And I used it a few times and I really, really like it. And again, you're supposed to do it when it's dry. So I often will wash my face a little bit earlier than I used to before I go to bed, and then I will dry brush it after it's completely dry, and then before I put on my nighttime balm and all that fun stuff, which I've also talked about in this channel before. I highly recommend the Willamina Modern Apothecary Night Balm. It's fantastic. And the other two things that this set includes is it includes this konjac sponge, which I have never used before, and it is so super cool. So when you get it, it's kind of hard, and then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to soak it in water, and then you take and you use it and you rub it circularly around your face. And you could use it either with a facial cleanser or by itself. And it's actually made of a konjac root, which is from Asia. And so it has all these really great properties. It's supposed to help with acne. It's supposed to help with things like rosacea and eczema, which I have on my face. So I am really excited to see how this works. I've tried it a couple times. I really love the texture, but I haven't had a chance to see like the long-lasting results. But I really think it's neat how it's supposed to have all these properties to help you pull out the toxins from your skin, as well as help with some of these conditions. And it's also supposed to really help balance your pH in your skin, which is probably why it's so great with, especially with the rosacea particularly. So, and apparently they do come in different colors. This one is in a sort of a charcoaly color. So from what I understand, it actually has charcoal in it, which is one of the great things about, I love a lot of my charcoal products. I use a really great charcoal soap from Beauty Counter, which I've talked about before on this channel. And so I really like this, but apparently they have other ones that you can get if you're really loving the konjac sponge. And what they suggest for cleaning purposes of this thing is that you rinse it out every time, and then every 5 weeks or so, you soak it in some really hot water to kind of disinfect it. And then after a while, at some point, it's not gonna last. I think it's after a few months, it will kind of start disintegrating, so you really can't use it after a while. So because it is made of a natural root. Interesting, when I looked it up online, they talked about how this noodle that is really popular, that's like calorie-less, is made of the same exact root. So really fascinating. I might have to try it. It's supposed to be kind of like a, it has a similar texture to like a glass noodle, like the rice noodles that you buy for Asian foods. So I'm really curious about it. I might have to give it a try. And the other thing it came with was this back loofah. So it's a really great strip of a loofah, and you can use it to scrub your back. I'm not somebody who really scrubs my back that much. I've never had any skin issues on my back, and so you can tell it's not even out of the wrapper, but I may try it like once a month or something like that just to see and, you know, get a really good exfoliation. But this feels like this is plenty of exfoliation, you know, on its own. It's gonna be really helpful for that without needing something like this. One last little thing too is that they talk about how some people really like to spray this with oil and then rub it on. So it kind of is exfoliating and getting that oil in your skin kind of at the same time. I've never tried that. If you did that, I imagine you probably would want to clean this a little bit more often, and probably again after you get out of the shower rather than before. But you know, I would suggest you highly read online about this and find out what the best methods are for you. But overall, this set is amazing. It's by Minamul, and again, you can order it on Amazon. I will put it in the description below, and it's called the Rejuvenation, the 4 times Rejuvenation Experience, and it definitely is an experience. I really, really dig it. Oh, and one last thing I forgot to mention to you guys is I've dry brushed a million times before, but when I did it this time and did it towards the heart like I was supposed to, I noticed that when I got out of the bath that my entire body was so warm for like a good hour. So it wasn't just that bath. I really think it really did help increase my circulation, and so it is really, really effective. And it's supposed to be really good for cellulite. It's really good for your lymphatic system. Read all about it in that book, Radical Beauty. Read about it online, because I'm definitely not an expert, but I really highly recommend it. And I'm telling you guys, it's really going to be great for your skin tone. It's going to help your cellulite. It did help mine, the dry brushing before, so it's only going to help more. And I'm so excited to try the new face stuff and see how it works. So again, great Fanta review, a fantasy product worth owning. And I'm excited to say that I'm an Amazon affiliate now. So if you want to support my channel, I would love it if you use the link that I put in the description below to buy it. And other than that, I'm always welcoming more ideas for products that you guys want me to review, things that make you think of fantasy, that's fantasy worthy, that you have a fantasy of owning. You know, even if it's something that's kind of crazy and thousands of dollars, I'm probably not gonna go out and buy right away. I still might review it, because why not? This is a fantasy channel. This is about fantasy. I don't necessarily have to have it in my possession in order to talk about what a great experience it is. We can imagine some of these products and things, right? So let me know. Put it in the description below. And I look so forward to seeing you guys again next time. Thanks for being here. See you later.